everyone, this is Phoenix Kawamoto, and welcome to the next installment of Insights. Today we are coming to you via webcam with Lee Livermore at the Upstate New York Poison Center, and he is coming to us from Syracuse. And Lee, it is so good to see you, and I thank you so much. Today's topic, everyone, is marijuana, BHO, and other THC concentrates. So welcome to Insights, Lee.
Thank you very much for having me here today. I'm really glad to be a part of this segment.
Great. We know that there's a lot of information that we're trying to provide parents, and the pressure is sort of on in that I'm going to ask you to see if you can give us the main points that you feel are really important for parents on a topic that really requires much more than 5 minutes. But if we can, condense it down, please share with us what parents need to know about marijuana today and all of the new developments in the sense of technology and how that has impacted marijuana, THC, and the concentrates that are out and in the market.
Okay, I think one of the very first things is to look at some of our perceptions about marijuana and the attitudes that with legalization and medical marijuana, the landscape of marijuana is really changing greatly. It still is a drug, and currently it still is a Schedule I drug, meaning that it has the highest potential for abuse and no medical use, according to the federal government. And another point to mention is that marijuana today is so much more stronger than the marijuana of the 70s, 80s, or even like the 90s. And it's really morphing into different versions. There's this trend of always getting things more concentrated, faster, higher potency. So in comparison, marijuana today is probably, on average, about 3-4 times more stronger than marijuana of the past. So the THC content, which is the psychoactive ingredient, is much, much higher, and therefore it has the potential of creating more damage and more psychological effect with anyone who's consuming it. So that's for both adults and young teens. One of the new changes on the market with this higher level of concentration is a thing called BHO, or butane honey oil. Some of the other terms it's known by on the street is earwax, butta, shatter, or dab. And what this is it's a waxy, oily form of marijuana, and what it is, it's just the concentrate of the THC from the marijuana plant, minus all the organic material. The key thing on this one is that the THC content is reaching 90 to 100%. So it's so much more stronger than someone who might be smoking marijuana and getting on an average of 18 to 24 or maybe even 30% THC. So becoming aware of what terms kids are using and also what the marijuana is looking like and smelling like. It still has that very pungent, perfumey type odor, almost like a skunk odor in some cases. And that's one of the telltale signs. So when the drug recognition experts say, look at the eyes, what you want to look for is bloodshot eyes, eyes that are half closed, lids that look like they're sleepy. And even if you could look at the pupils, whether they're very large or pinpointed, if something looks like it's not normal to you, trust your instinct. With the higher level of THC is that it can cause even more erratic behavior, extreme poor decision-making, and even delusional paranoia. So that higher level of THC really creates more of a psychosis effect for anyone who's consuming it. It can lend itself physically to some breathing problems, poor dental hygiene, mouth issues, and then there's a whole host of injuries that are due to the impairment of somebody under the influence of marijuana, weed, or this BHO product that's out there. Most people go by certain myths that they think there is no real harm in it, and especially compared to other drugs. But continued and consistent use of it can lead to dependency, and dependency is only one step away from addiction. Someone under the influence of marijuana can have distorted perceptions. It can lead to lowering their capability for learning, especially for young adults while their brain is developing. They can have difficulty thinking, problem solving, as well as it affects their short-term memory. And if somebody is under the influence and they're of legal age to drive or operate a motor vehicle, their reaction skills are impaired because of being under the effects of marijuana. So I know that's only a short bit for some of the parents to learn about this, but go ahead and do some Google searches on BHO or butane honey oil or even the marijuana concentrate today. And I think you'll be surprised at the massive amount of information as well as the conflicting opinions from many different areas and professions. About marijuana and how it affects young people today.
Great. Thank you so much, Lee. I know that there is a lot of information. We've included some information on our website, so I encourage folks to go to GNPCP.org and click on the tag for educational resources for parents. And we'll continue to keep adding information because it really is an important topic and one that is not going to be going away. This is an area of concern, especially around youth and driving under the influence. A lot of young people tend to think that they can, quote unquote, fly and drive, and it's fine. And that is something that certainly has me concerned on the prevention end of things. So again, I want to thank you for your time and your information, and thank everyone at home who has been watching. So take good care, and we'll see you at the next installment of Insights. Have a great day, everybody.